time because we're already running late. Turn with me to 1 Peter. 1 Peter chapter 3. 1 Peter chapter 3. So after James, you get 1 Peter. 1 Peter chapter 3. And I'm going to read from verses 8 onwards. 1 Peter 3, 8. And probably we'll finish with verse 12. 1 Peter 3, 8 to 12. In 2021, I spoke about this. In 2017 also, I spoke about it. I want to again remind us again. What is God's desire for us? What's God's desire for us? What makes God happy? What pleases God? What makes God excited? You know, we always have the question, what is mom's desire? What's dad's desire? What's boyfriend, girlfriend's desire? And uncle's desire? Auntie, grandmother's desire? And we have everybody's desire being fulfilled. If you ask half of the students studying in college, why are you doing engineering? My grandfather wanted me to become an engineer. That fellow doesn't want to become an engineer. Grandfather wanted to become an engineer. Ask another girl, what you're doing? Mom said, I need to be a doctor. Because there's no doctor in the family. There's no sweeper also in the family. Should have become a sweeper also. There's no tailor in the family. Why not a tailor? So we're fulfilling everybody's desire. We want to make everybody happy. But nobody's bothered about asking, God, what's your desire? What do you want me to become? In fact, the truth of the matter is, before asking anybody what you need to become, ask God what you want to become. He knows what you need to become. Everybody likes you to become certain things. Nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't listen to mom and dad's desire. I'm not saying that. That's their like for you. But God's desire is His plan for you. It's not His like for you. It's God's plan for you. When you fit into the plan of God, you will please God. And that becomes His desire. And so what's God's desire? It says, finally, all of you should be of one mind, sympathize with each other. Be of one mind, sympathize with each other. We find it very difficult to sympathize with people. We find it very difficult to empathize with people. We find it very difficult to understand people. When was the last time you cried for somebody, apart from them dying? I'm not talking about a funeral. Nowadays, a funeral also nobody is crying. They're all going and cracking jokes in the funeral place. I don't know what's wrong with people. When was the last time that you cried for someone? Ask yourself, when was the last time you laughed about someone? Many times it will be. Someone in India is so funny. Someone falls in the road. Fellow is in pain, then fellow's laughing at that guy. I've seen so many guys, I'm like, what's wrong with you, man? Are you okay? What are you laughing at? That's not a joke. Go help the dude. We laugh at the wrong things. When was the last time you were supposed to be, someone falls, is supposed to cry. You're supposed to be, oh my God, what happened, man? When was the last time we cried for someone? It says, be of one mind, sympathize with each other. When was the last time you called your friend with your mobile phone or whatever you have, tablet or tonic, whatever you have, and asked, how are you doing? What's up? Is everything okay? Can we go out for some coffee and tea? Can I pray for you? What's happening? When was the last time you called up someone and asked what's happening and sympathized with them? When was the last time? It says, be of one mind, sympathize with each other. Love each other as brothers and sisters. Be tender-hearted and keep a humble attitude. Love each other as brothers and sisters. Now I get the reason, I get the understanding why everybody says, hello brother, hello sister, praise the Lord brother, praise the Lord sister. And after 6 months they'll get married to that person. says, be tender-hearted and keep a humble attitude. Tender-hearted is a big word. Not tender coconut. Tender-hearted. We all like to drink tender coconut, right? Why do we like tender coconut? Because it's tender. How many of you buy that curry coconut and eat it every day? The one that we use for masala and curry. Anybody goes and buys that and eats it? We go for tender coconut because it's tender. It says be tender-hearted means be like tender coconut, where everybody wants to drink you and eat you. Don't get to be that hard coconut where people will grind it and put it in masala. Nobody wants that coconut. Be tender-hearted, polite, kind, loving. It says be tender-hearted and keep a humble attitude. That's a problem with us, being humble. It's a big problem with us. Humility is almost a warfare we have. It's like war every day we face in our lives. We literally fight with humility. And we ask people, what's happening? Why are you not? I will not. You go and talk to that person there. He started the problem. I was talking to one of our guys day before yesterday, and sweet chap, and I said, how's things at home? He said, yeah. I said, how's your brother? I don't talk to him, he said. Why do you not talk to your brother? It's been 1.5 years I don't talk to my brother. At home. I said, what happened? I don't even look at his face. Wow. So, driving the van, he's sitting down there, we're having this chat, and I said, hey, what's wrong? I said, what happened? It's a long story. Tell me, make it short. Tell me the story. One day there was a lot of work at home and everybody's doing work. I was doing work. I told this fellow, come and help with washing the dishes. I told him so many times he's not listening to me. I got angry. I shouted at him something. And he also got angry. He shouted back at me something. I got more angry. I hit him one in the face. And blood started. He also got angry, hit me also. So there was a fight. Mom and dad came in the evening, sorted the fight. Ever since that time, 1.5 years, he's not talking to his brother. Doesn't see his face also. Wow. I was telling him, hey, what do you gain by that? Did 2 lakhs come into your bank account, you're not talking to your brother? Did someone buy you a new car because you're not talking to your brother? Did you get any extra boost and energy, you're not talking to your brother? What did you gain? He says, nothing. I said, see, nothing. So why are you doing it? You'll gain everything if you go and say sorry. As soon as I said that, he's laughing. I said, just go and say sorry. He's telling. I said, what's funny about that? I say sorry to that fellow. I said, yeah. Well, what's the problem? That was a big problem. I used to say sorry to that fellow. I said, you were the guy that hit the guy. You hit him. You started it. So go say sorry. Yeah, I hit him. But he irritated me to hit him. Wow. You know why I'm telling you this true story? You know why I'm telling you this story? We don't like to be humble and have an attitude to say, okay, I'm wrong. I surrender. Even if you didn't do the wrong, what's the problem to say, I'm wrong? What's the problem? Even if you didn't do wrong, what's the problem to say, okay, my mistake, sorry? No problem. Just say, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Sorry is a very nice word. Do you know that? Very beautiful word. The more you say sorry in your life, you'll be very happy. You'll be very happy. So it says, have a humble attitude. Don't repay evil for evil. He hit me, I hit him, I'm not seeing his face, I'm not talking to him. Don't repay evil for evil. Don't retaliate with insults when people insult you. That's a problem with us. Hey, monkey face. Immediately, instantly, not even 1 second, something will come out. We won't even think. Words are ready to be just pouring out. Say sorry. Wait a minute. Sorry, weeks, days, months, 1.5 years to say sorry. Retaliating, instant. Instant. It says, don't repay evil for evil. Don't retaliate. Don't retaliate. I have a thing I do when I teach in corporates. I say, when someone does something to you, says something to you, don't react, just act. Don't react, just act, not react. React is doing the same act that person did to you, you're redoing it again. That's called reaction. If someone hits you, you hit back, because you take that, you add the reaction to that, and it becomes a reaction, you're doing the same thing. But when you act, you will not hit him back. You will act differently. And they say, if you want to act and not react, when someone does something, says something, and becomes something to you that's not very good or rude or whatever, count from 1 to 10. And by the time you reach 10, you'll forget what you want to say also. You'll cool down. It works. Psychologically, it works. It really works. It says, don't react. Don't retaliate with insults when people insult you. Instead, pay them back with a blessing. Oh boy, when was the last time we did that? Someone shouted at us, you take out 10 rupees, here, go buy one coffee, have a coffee. Try it. Try. Someone does something rude to you, take out some 20, 30 rupees and say, hey, have a samosa and a coffee, man, go. That guy will become your best friend, I think. Or maybe he'll come back and every day keep doing that, because he'll get a samosa and coffee. Something will work, but I don't know. It's just take them out for an ice cream. Say, it's okay, don't worry, come, let's go for an ice cream. It works because it's spiritual. It's God's desire that you don't react. It's God's desire that you don't retaliate. It's God's desire that you don't pay evil for evil. It's God's desire that you bring peace. It will work because it's God's desire. It has to work. There's no question of it not working. It will 100% work. Instead, pay them back with a blessing. Find the blessing to pay them back. Don't find the retaliation and the curse, and don't find the blessing to pay them back when you're insulted. That is what God has called you to do, and He will bless you for it. Note that verse in your Bible and write it down in your heart. If you pay back with a blessing, it says, that is what God has called you to do, and He will bless you for doing that. Wow, it's a promise. It's not a suggestion from God. It's a promise from God. Do that, I will bless you for it. That's nice to get a gift from God. Not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to get blessed by God. Just do that and you'll get the blessing from God. For the scriptures say, verse 10, 1 Peter 3:10, it says, if you want to enjoy life and see many happy days, keep your tongue from speaking evil and your lips from telling lies. If you want what? If you want many happy days. If you want many happy days, keep your tongue from speaking evil and your lips from lying. I was talking with someone in Mass. I was asking him, what do you think is mostly the problem that human beings have? How do human beings get into trouble? And he was thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And I said, just only because of their tongue and their mouth they get into trouble. Do you know that? And then I gave him the example of, I said, people who are mute, who are dumb, they never get into any trouble. Have you realized that? Have you realized people who can't speak, people who are mute, nobody has a problem with them because their mouth is quiet. They don't get into any problems anywhere. Those who have a big mouth get into big problems. I don't know if you've been seeing this, definitely you've been seeing it. There are lots of YouTube videos and TikTok and Mi'kmaq and all those videos are there, right? Out of one of those videos, these African guys make a lot of videos. And one of those videos, just go check it. It'll say, the tagline is, I want problem. I don't want peace. They have different videos. And the whole tagline is, I want problems. I don't want peace. And the fellow will go to some place and create problems. And they'll show how he gets into problem. Yeah, we are laughing, but indirectly and unknowingly, we actually do this in our life. We don't shout it like how they're shouting in the video, but actually, I want problems. I don't want peace. Idiot. I want problems. That's what we do. We want problems. We don't want peace. Think about it. Unknowingly, we do it. What would we say? I want peace. I don't want problems. Then your action will change. Your life will change. Your attitude will change. Keep telling yourself, I want peace. I don't want problems. It says, keep your tongue and your mouth and lips careful. Turn away from evil and do good. Just turn away from evil, just do good. Search for peace. I love that. Search for peace. If the Bible is saying search for peace, it means peace is not available very easily. When you read the Bible, think nicely when you read it. Why is the Bible saying search for peace? What would you search for? Something that's not available all the time is what you search for. If something is available everywhere, why would you search for it? It's just available everywhere. Will I search for bananas? Oh gosh, there's no bananas in the city, man. I'm searching everywhere. Everywhere you go, you'll find only bananas. But certain fruits you'll have to search for because they're not found everywhere. It says, search for peace. Search for peace and work to maintain it. First of all, it's difficult to find peace. So it says, go search for it. There's a lot of effort involved, that means. That means you have to put a lot of effort to search for it. You can't sit at home and search for anything. You want to buy something from outside, you can't sit at home and search. You have to go searching for it. It says, search for peace. And when you find peace, it's saying, maintain, work to maintain it. Now, why does it say work to maintain it? It's very logical because it is difficult to find, and when it's difficult to find and you found it, don't lose it fast. Work to maintain it. If you find something precious, you'll be very careful with that. You won't be very, easy with it. So it says, after you find peace and searching and finding, work to maintain it. Then only you'll keep it. If not, the day you find it, the next day it's gone. So it says, work to maintain it. The eyes of the Lord watch over those who do right. The eyes of the Lord watch over those who do right. Reverse that verse. I always like reversing Bible verses. I get a lot of actual answers. If the eyes of the Lord are on those who are doing right, then those who are doing wrong, is God's eye upon them? He's not bothered about those doing wrong. He's not interested in people doing wrong. But he's very interested in people doing right. He's searching. His eyes are searching for people doing right. Why? To bless them. So if you're doing something wrong, God's not searching for you. You're on your own. Be careful. But if you're doing something right, the eyes of God are on you. Searching because he's going to reward you. He loves you. You're his hero. And his ears are open to their prayers. That's the answer. God's eyes are open to people doing right, and his ears are open to those right people's prayers. So when you're doing something wrong and you pray, his ears are not hearing your prayer because what you are doing is wrong, so his eyes are not on you. So he hears you only when his eyes is on you. I hope we're getting this. This is very simple. When God's eye is upon you, his ear is hearing your prayer. Which means, if you're praying and if he's not hearing your prayer, it means his eye is not upon you. He'll only hear your prayer if his eye is upon you. So to get God to hear your prayer, you need to do the right things. That's the point of the matter. When God's eye is upon you, his ears are hearing your prayers. But the Lord turns his face against those who do evil. The Lord turns his face on those who do evil. I've a couple of times I've demonstrated that. So if God's looking at you when you're doing right, his eyes are upon you. That's my son, that's my daughter. Ooh, man, that's my baby, that's my son, that's my daughter. His eyes upon you. The minute you do something wrong, this is what he does. Do you like a human being doing that to you? Forget God. Somebody knows you, they're talking to you, and suddenly like, do you like someone doing that to you? In your face? Turning their head to your face? You don't like. What does that mean? It means they're not respecting you, they just don't like you, right? Now come to God. When God turns his face on you, how will that look? When your friend or family turns their face on you, you don't have to worry. It's just a feeling of, I feel bad. When God turns his face on you, I'll tell you why you need to worry. Because if he's not watching you, anything can happen to you. You're in trouble. You're in very big trouble. If your friend turns his face on you, you don't have to worry. You can take care of yourself. Don't worry about it. God turns his face on you, you're all alone. Be careful. That's not a safe place to walk on. You want God to always be watching you, watching over you, protecting you, being proud of you, happy about you. His desires fulfilled with you. That's what you want God to always be doing. Not turning his face on you and taking his eyes off you and not hearing you. That's not what you want to see happen in your life. And so what's God's desire? Very simple. He wants you to maintain peace. He wants you to be humble. He wants you to have a good attitude. He wants you to love everybody. He wants you to sympathize with everybody. He wants you to be a good human being. And he wants you to treat everybody with respect and honor. He doesn't want you to repay evil for evil, insult for insult. That's not what a Christian needs to be doing. Don't get into that game. That's a very, very dangerous game. Follow these things and you'll see blessings. What's the blessings? It says, if you want to enjoy life and see many more happy days, just follow that. You will live a very long life, a very happy life and a long life. Let's all stand.